In this video, we will configure Workload Identity Federation or WIF to authenticate GitHub Actions to GCP. We will create workload identity pools, use WIF authentication on GitHub Actions workflow, and finally test it. Let's get started. In this diagram, we compare two ways to authenticate GitHub Actions with Google Cloud. On the left side, service account key. We already used this in our last video. First, we created a service account and then we download a JSON key file. Next, we stored the key file, key content into GitHub secrets for GCP authentication. And the problem is the key is long-lived. If it gets exposed, anyone can use it, which creates a serious security risk. On the right side, we have modern approach, Workload Identity Federation or WIF. With WIF, there is no stored keys. Instead, GitHub Actions uses OIDC to request a temporary token. Google Cloud then verifies it and gives a short-lived access. So the key difference is simple. Service account key uses a static key while WIF uses dynamic short-lived tokens. This is why WIF is more secure and recommended for real-world production systems. Just a recap how the service account works. In our previous video, we have created a service account, Terraform deploy SA, and then we created a JSON key file and downloaded into our local here. And then using the key content, we created a GitHub secret. And finally, we used that secret to authenticate GCP. Now let's configure Workload Identity Federation or WIF. Go to navigation menu, IAM, Service Accounts. Let's remove the JSON key from the service account. We don't need that. Now under IAM, we have Workload Identity Federation. Click. First, we need to create workload identity pool. Click Create Pool. Fill up name. I'm using GitHub pool. Add a description. Make sure it is enabled. Click Continue. Here we need to configure OIDC or OpenID Connect token provider. In our case, GitHub is the trusted provider for the OIDC token. Click Select Provider. Select OpenID Connect. Give provider name. I am using GitHub provider as name, and ID will be same as the name, or you can change the ID by clicking here. Here now we need to provide issuer URL. We can find this URL in GitHub documentation for OpenID Connect reference here, and here is the URL. It is saying issuer, so the issuer of the OIDC token. Just copy this link and go back and paste it here, so it looks like this. That part is very important, and I'm leaving rest of them default audience, and click Continue. I have configured these 4 OIDC token attributes. Left side is the Google attributes and right side is the OIDC token attributes mapping. When GitHub sends an OIDC token to Google Cloud, that token contains claims, pieces of identity information. For example, the subject contains unique identity of the workflow from GitHub and what repository it came from and who triggered the pipeline, and finally audience attribute to verify this token is intended for the GCP provider. Now add one more condition here, means only our repository can authenticate, and click Save. Verify that pool is created under Workload Identity Federation. We see GitHub pool here, click, and we see GitHub provider also configured under this pool. Now let's grant access so this pool can use our service account. Click IAM, then grant access, add new principal set. The principal set I'm using here, the first part up to here, it is common. Then we're adding the project ID here, and the location is global, and workload identity pool where we provided GitHub pool that we just created, And that attribute repository is our repository, is the GitHub repository Terraform deploy demo. Now add workload identity user role and click save. And we can see new grant access created. Now let's use this pool in our GitHub Actions. So first we need to go Workload Identity Federation, click the pool, and under the provider, we need to find the URL for the audience. So that's the URL we need in GitHub Actions. Let's copy this URL and go back to GitHub. In GitHub settings, environments, we have 4 environments here. If we go under dev, we don't need GCP as a key anymore. This is old configuration. Let's delete it. So the key deleted, and we can do same for rest of the environments. So let's test dev first. Back to our local machine, VS Code. I have updated the GCP authentication to workload identity. So these are the parameter, workload identity provider. So that link we copied from the identity pool, and the service account we are trying to access here. And these two attributes are optional. So token format is access token, and access token lifetime is 900 seconds, means 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, that token will be expired. If your pipeline takes more than 15 minutes, then you need to configure it here. Otherwise, by default, I think it is 1 hour. And one more important thing, so we need permission for ID token is write permission. So I added it here. Let's commit the change and push the change. Let's go back to GitHub Actions, and we see our dev pipeline is running. Let's go inside. So we see dev plan is running and it is successful. And if we go inside, so we can see authenticate GCP step, and we can see right now it is using Workload Identity Federation token, OIDC token. So if we click here, so we can see the ID provided, that's the link we're using, and the service account and access token configuration, and the access token scope is for GitHub, and the rest of the step also it is done. Now let's create a pull request and merge the code into main. Add a title and description of the pull request and click pull request. Once validation successful, click merge pull request. Our merge failed in authentication step, and based on the error message, it looks like a permission issue. Let's go back to our pipeline and fix the error. In our dev pipeline, the first step is the plan. So plan was successful because I can see, so we have for the ID token, we have write permission. So let's copy this part, and for the next part, so in the apply part, it has only the contents write permission, but the ID token permission still missing here. So I just added ID token permission here. Let's commit and push the change. We push. Let's go back to GitHub, and we can see our new change running. This is successful. Let's go back and create a pull request. Select our branch, open a pull request, and I'm just using default text. Pull request started. Now let's merge the pull request. Let's go back to our workflow. So this step is completed. Now the merge step should start. Yeah, so the plan is done. Now apply and tag. That step was failed earlier. So now see the authentication is successful. Plan, apply, everything is successful now. That is how we can use workload identity pool to authenticate to GCP from GitHub Actions. And this setup is secure and recommended for real-world production systems. That's all for today. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video.